In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 NHL games happening on November 8th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Pittsburgh Penguins versus New Jersey. The Pittsburgh Penguins and the New Jersey Devils both enter this matchup in strong form, each building early momentum to open the season. On paper, this is a meeting of two teams that have found consistency and rhythm, but recent trends tilt slightly toward New Jersey. The Devils have taken 10 of their last 13 games overall and remain perfect at home, winning all 6 contests in their own building. Historically, this matchup has also leaned their way, as New Jersey has claimed 9 of the past 12 meetings against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, to its credit, has also looked sharp through the early schedule, displaying strong puck movement and balanced scoring across its lines. The Penguins' last few results, however, invite closer inspection. Their most recent 3 victories came against opponents struggling to find form, namely St. Louis, Minnesota, and Washington. Over their last 7 outings, Pittsburgh holds a record of 3-2-2, a mark that suggests solid play but also shows how narrow the margins have been when facing teams performing at a higher level. New Jersey has shown an ability to maintain intensity through all 3 periods and to use home ice to its advantage, while Pittsburgh has managed to stay competitive in almost every contest. The Penguins' ability to keep games close has made them one of the league's most reliable teams on the puck line this season, covering in 12 of their 15 games. The combination of New Jersey's strong home presence and Pittsburgh's track record of tight contests sets the stage for a competitive, low-margin game decided late. As our first pick for this matchup, the Pittsburgh Penguins to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Both teams enter as 2 of the most potent offensive groups in the NHL, and their power play success highlights just how efficient they can be with the puck. Pittsburgh leads the league with a 35.9% power play rate, while New Jersey ranks 6th at 27%. When 2 top-tier special teams meet, scoring opportunities tend to come quickly, especially when defenses are asked to handle sustained pressure. Both clubs also allow a notable number of shots per game, leaving room for breakdowns and coverage. Pittsburgh ranks 25th in the league, conceding an average of 30.1 shots, while New Jersey sits 16th at 28.1. Those figures indicate that both goaltenders will be tested early and often. Statistically, recent games have also leaned toward higher totals, with the Penguins showing a 9-4-2 record to the over this season, and the Devils coming in at 8-6-0. Considering both teams' offensive profiles, power play execution, and defensive shot volume, this matchup sets up well for a high-scoring affair with multiple lead changes and sustained offensive pressure throughout. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Dallas Stars versus Nashville Predators. The Dallas Stars will head to Bridgestone Arena on Saturday afternoon to face the Nashville Predators in a Central Division clash. Dallas aims to rebound after a high-scoring 7-5 defeat to Anaheim on Thursday, a game that exposed both their offensive depth and defensive inconsistency. The Stars have had a start marked by uneven performances, but their overall talent level and roster depth remain well above that of Nashville. The Predators continue to struggle generating offense, ranking 3rd worst in the league with just 2.44 goals per game. Their attack has been limited to a few key contributors, as Philip Forsberg and Ryan O'Reilly stand as the only players to reach double-digit points so far. The lack of secondary scoring has made Nashville reliant on its top line, and that imbalance has become increasingly visible in recent weeks. Dallas, by contrast, has found consistent offensive production across its roster. The Stars already have 4 skaters in double digits for points, led by Mikko Rantanen's 20, while Wyatt Johnston, Jason Robertson, Rupe Hintz, and Miro Heiskanen McKinnon continue to provide steady output in support roles. This kind of lineup balance gives Dallas one of the deepest offensive units in the NHL, capable of generating goals from multiple combinations and power play setups. Nashville also faces the challenge of being without Roman Josi, whose absence significantly impacts both their defensive structure and transitional play. Josi's presence typically stabilizes their blue line, helps initiate offense from the back end, and provides leadership in close games. Without him, the Predators have struggled to contain faster teams, and that gap in talent could be decisive once again. Defensively, Dallas has been less reliable than expected, which opens a window for Nashville to stay competitive. However, the Predators' form remains shaky, with just one win since October 26th and ongoing issues on the defensive end. Dallas already defeated Nashville on the road earlier this season, and that result underscores the current gap between these teams in execution and depth. With both clubs playing on the same time zone and adjusting to an early start, focus and energy management could play a role, but roster strength and consistency should weigh heavily here. As our first pick for this matchup, the Dallas Stars money line is our full game side pick. Recent results point toward a game with offensive opportunities for both teams. Dallas has gone over the total in 3 straight contests, fueled by strong power play execution and increased scoring from their top 6. The Stars average 2.86 goals per game on the season, but they have lifted that to 4.33 over their last 3 outings, converting 50% of their power play chances during that stretch. Nashville, meanwhile, continues to allow a high number of quality chances. Over their past 3 games, the Predators have killed just 43% of opposing power plays and have surrendered 11 total goals. Offensively, they have averaged 2.44 goals per game on the year and 2.33 across their last 3, converting 22% of their power play opportunities. They now face a Dallas team that has killed only 67% of penalties in its last 3 games and allowed 14 goals in that span. Given both clubs' special teams trends, shot volumes, and recent defensive inconsistencies, this matchup projects as one where scoring chances come frequently at both ends. Sustained pressure on the forecheck and power play efficiency from both sides should drive the pace and create enough offense to surpass the total. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Islanders versus New York Rangers. The New York Rangers return to Madison Square Garden on Saturday night to face their crosstown rivals, the New York Islanders, in what should be an intense matchup between 2 teams trending in opposite directions. The Rangers have struggled to find their rhythm at home, entering with a record of 0-5-1 at MSG, and have been shut out 4 times in that stretch. Playing a defensively inconsistent Islanders team may be the opportunity they need to reset their form. The Islanders' defense has been porous this season, giving up an average of 3.5 goals per game. By contrast, the Rangers have been the stingiest defensive team in the NHL, allowing just 2.33 goals per contest. Much of that success comes from the outstanding play of Igor Shesterkin, who is expected to start in goal for New York. His composure and ability to control rebounds have kept the Rangers competitive, even when their offense has gone cold. Offensively, the key for the Rangers is converting chances. They are coming off a 4-1 win over the Detroit Red Wings, where Artemi Panarin and Mika Zibanejad each recorded 2 points. Their leadership and playmaking will be vital to sustaining momentum and breaking their home scoring drought. If the Rangers can generate sustained offensive zone time, they should be able to pressure an Islanders defense that has repeatedly shown lapses in coverage. The Islanders, meanwhile, come into this contest following a 5-2 loss to the Minnesota Wild on Friday night, a game in which their defensive issues were again evident. Playing the second half of a back-to-back adds to the challenge, as fatigue often becomes a factor, particularly against a disciplined defensive team like the Rangers. The recent head-to-head history has also tilted sharply in favor of the Rangers. They have won 8 of the past 10 meetings, including 5 straight, and have outscored the Islanders 18-3 across the last 3 games. These trends point to clear contrasts between the teams in form, structure, and execution. As our first pick for this matchup, the New York Rangers money line is our full game side pick. While both teams bring defensive narratives into this game, the statistical and situational trends suggest there may be scoring potential here. The Rangers' offense, though inconsistent, is due for a breakout, while the Islanders' defensive instability has been a recurring issue. The data supporting the over is substantial. The Islanders are on an 8-0-1 stretch to the over in Saturday games and 6-1 to the over in their last 7 on the road. The Rangers, too, have seen each of their last 4 Saturday contests exceed the total. In recent head-to-head meetings, these teams have combined for consistent scoring, with the over hitting in 7 of the last 10 matchups and 1 push. The Rangers' recent scoring effort against Detroit and the Islanders' tendency to trade chances suggest a pace that could tilt toward offensive exchanges rather than low-event hockey. Both clubs have enough firepower to take advantage of turnovers and special teams opportunities, making this matchup one that aligns closely with existing over trends. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Boston Bruins versus Toronto Maple Leafs. The Boston Bruins will travel to Scotiabank Arena on Saturday to take on the Toronto Maple Leafs in an early season clash between two of the Eastern Conference's best. Both teams enter this game in strong form, with Boston seeking to build on a 5-game winning streak and Toronto riding the momentum of recent offensive surges. Boston has found ways to win close contests, as each of their last 4 victories has been decided by a single goal. That run highlights their resilience, though it also shows a team that has relied on narrow margins rather than dominant performances. The Bruins have been less effective away from home, holding a 2-4-0 record on the road so far. Their structure and discipline remain strengths, but their offense has not traveled as efficiently. Toronto has been far more comfortable on home ice, boasting a record of 7-2-1 at Scotiabank Arena. The Maple Leafs have won 3 straight games, scoring a combined 14 goals in that span, and appear to have rediscovered their rhythm both at even strength and on the power play. Their defensive play, which had been a concern earlier in the season, has shown improvement over the past few outings. Both clubs come into this matchup with confidence, but each has performed best when playing in familiar surroundings. Boston's defensive identity and Toronto's offensive depth create a sharp contrast in styles. Toronto's top forwards have driven their recent success, particularly with the chemistry among Auston Matthews, William Nylander, and John Tavares, who continue to generate high-quality scoring chances. The Maple Leafs' ability to maintain puck possession and attack with pace could be decisive in matching up against Boston's structured forecheck and goaltending tandem. This environment, coupled with Toronto's strong home record, positions them well to continue their recent trend of success against the Bruins. As our first pick for this matchup, the Toronto Maple Leafs money line is our full game side pick. This matchup features 2 well-balanced offensive units capable of turning the game into a fast-paced, high-scoring contest. Boston enters averaging 3.19 goals per game and continues to rely on its skilled forwards to generate chances through quick puck movement and layered attacks. David Pastrnak remains the focal point of their offense, supported by Pavel Zacha and a deep forward group that excels at creating open looks through crisp passing in the offensive zone. Toronto's offense, meanwhile, has been firing on all cylinders. The Maple Leafs have scored 14 goals in their last 3 games, spreading production across multiple lines. Their ability to sustain pressure inside the attacking zone and generate second-chance opportunities has been key to their recent run. William Nylander, John Tavares, and Auston Matthews have led the charge, while Morgan Rielly and Oliver Ekman-Larsson have contributed by initiating plays from the point and finding seams in opposing defenses. Boston's defense, which has allowed 3.31 goals per game, will be tested by Toronto's offensive pace and creativity. Both teams possess the personnel and structure to create scoring bursts, and with each group capable of striking quickly in transition, extended quiet stretches should be rare. The mix of elite forwards, mobile defensemen, and special teams talent on both sides sets up a matchup that leans toward a game defined by sustained offensive pressure and a rising goal total as play progresses. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Colorado Avalanche versus Edmonton Oilers. When the Colorado Avalanche meet the Edmonton Oilers, the details and execution will likely decide the outcome. One area that stands out is the face-off battle, where the Oilers have held a steady advantage. Edmonton ranks 7th in the league with a 52.6% win rate at the dot, while Colorado sits 14th at 50.9%. Possession from face-offs often drives momentum in matchups like this, and that slight edge has been key to the Oilers maintaining rhythm at home. Between the pipes, the advantage appears to tilt toward Edmonton as well. Stuart Skinner has been steady through his early season workload, giving the Oilers reliable goaltending and consistency in net. On the other side, Mackenzie Blackwood has seen limited action, appearing in only 1 game so far, leaving some uncertainty around Colorado's goaltending performance entering this contest. The Oilers have also been a dominant force at Rogers Place, compiling a record of 4-0-2 on home ice. Their ability to control tempo and capitalize on last change has contributed to that success. While Edmonton's overall form has been uneven to start the season, home results continue to show strength. Colorado, meanwhile, enters on a solid run, having collected points in 5 consecutive games. The Avalanche's balanced structure and recent consistency have been impressive, and they have historically fared well against the Oilers in head-to-head play. Still, situational value leans toward the home side. Edmonton has shown flashes of returning to form and remains a difficult opponent when their offense finds its flow. Given their track record at home and their face-off and goaltending advantages, the setup favors a strong showing inside Rogers Place. As our first pick for this matchup, the Edmonton Oilers money line is our full game side pick. Defensively, both teams have shown notable discipline and structure through the early part of the season. A big reason for their consistency has been their ability to limit opponents' shot volume. The Oilers rank 3rd in the NHL, allowing just 24.9 shots against per game, while the Avalanche follow closely in 4th at 25.1. Those numbers reflect two teams that defend efficiently, keep traffic away from the crease, and rely on clean breakouts to reduce sustained pressure. Recent offensive trends for both sides also point toward a lower scoring contest. Colorado has averaged 3 goals over its last 3 games, showing more reliance on its top unit to generate chances. Edmonton, meanwhile, has averaged 2.75 goals across its last 4 outings. Both teams are capable of explosive stretches, but their current offensive outputs suggest more measured production. The combination of disciplined defense, strong goaltending, and recent scoring patterns indicates a game that could stay controlled for long stretches with limited high-danger chances. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.